It's been 4 months. I will have a link up there to the last video in the how to install an auxiliary battery. Spring is less than a week away, legally, technically, but days are warming up enough to where I'll be able to ride. I just got the email notice from FedEx that the battery will be arriving today, so I wanted to go over this real briefly with you. The wiring harness, again, video up there in the upper left corner, hooks in here, wires straight in through a hole in here and into the battery box. Inside here is the battery is ready to be plugged in, provided it comes with an XT60 connector on it. The link to my new battery will be in the description. Don't ask, you always know where it is. It's in the description. It's basically that simple, right? Let me give you a close-up look inside the battery box to refresh your memories. Inside the weatherproof faux pelican case, we got our foam, which I have put a couple screws in the corners into the little screw holes to keep this from falling down. I have the 1-inch foam covering the bottom, and it is covering up the wires. So I've got my XT60 connector right here. Plenty of slack. I can reach any corner with this. And I put a little piece of insulating mastic material over the 2 exposed screws there, just because I'm a master electrician and I have this stuff on hand, which I will never use again because I'd be retired. This goes down on there, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna stay in there, and we're just gonna let the weight of the battery sit in here. And remember, our switch on is up and down, off is like that. I'm pretty sure that's international. Right here, we got a little lock clasp on there. For those of y'all who live in Democratic-run shithole cities, you got a way to lock your battery box and your battery and your belongings into here. This is how we are going to be switching or selecting which power, which battery I use. And then if I need to, let's see, how's this go on, off, I can remove the key and I could, lock it up in there too. That's the quick review. Just like that. There's my battery. The battery comes with a cord on here for the charger with a little locking thing on there. And I think I'm going to push the battery up into that corner there, and I'm going to shove some of this pick-apart foam in here just to keep that from moving around. But the weight of this battery is heavy AF. But what it does, it allows me to leave this in here, or I could push it down like that. And it leaves me a little bit of storage room right here, so I can put my GoPro mount, and my charging cable, and my mints, and keep it closed up. So I'm real cool with it. The design worked out perfectly. I cannot get the full 1.25 inch of the pick-apart foam in here with this piece on the roof there and get it to close. So I will work with that. This is the factory Junk Bikes charger. The charging Uzis are not the same. They're close, but they're not the same. Here's what we can do. New battery, new charger, plugged in, charging. It's that simple. It is working. Let's give this a full charge, all right? All right, that's how it's gonna look. I got my pick apart foam there. I got plenty of slack on this. I can just lay in there, won't be a problem in any which way. But that's it. Let's get this baby charged. And it's got a little locking thing. We're good to go. It doesn't look any different. Doesn't look any different until, I hope y'all can see that shiny Port-a-Potty Blue battery in there. Port-a-Potty Blue, because that's the same color as the porta-potties around town. I need to show you how this works. Okay, so here's how it's gonna work. There's my keys. God, they're filthy from all the salt I've been riding through for the last 4 months. If I push the battery button now, the light comes on, but no display happens. This is the battery is totally isolated by itself from the bike electronics because I don't have the key in there. Same thing with the rear battery. Now, I put the key in, turn it to the right because right is on, left is off. Right is right and left is whacked. Ignition on. Hit this battery and I get all the readings on my stock American flag battery. Now I go into the settings and it's already been reset. So everything is at 6.2 degrees centigrade. That's the only thing you get. Now I turn this off. See my finger down there? Turn that off. And I turn on the switch on the spare battery. Again to the right. I get all my information. I'm at 53.9 volts. When I received this and plugged it in, I had 52.2, I think. I don't need a full charge on the spare battery today. So in the displays, whoops, push and hold, everything is reset. I'm at 6.3, 6.4 degrees centigrade. Turn off the spare battery and everything is off. Ignition off. All right, so this is mostly charged. This is fully charged. It is 1:45 It is 41 degrees, only going up to 44 today. So I'm going to save that to the photo so I can show you. I want to go out for a ride. I want to start testing and comparing these two batteries. I want to figure out how this bike rides differently because I modified the crap out of this. I've got longer forks that weigh 5 pounds less in the front, and I've got a battery that weighs, I didn't even weigh it, but it's at least 5 pounds more in the back. So as you can guess, this front end's coming up a lot easier than it ever would have before the weight change to the back. I don't think many of y'all can put your brakes on and pop a little wheelie in your garage like that, like I can. Today's goal, I'm gonna go out for a ride, and I'm gonna drain this battery and see how many miles I get. Tomorrow, I'm gonna fully charge both of them up, and we're going out on just this battery. And we're gonna drain it and see how many miles I get. And that's gonna be the best comparison, stock to not stock battery and comparison that I can give you. I'm gonna be doing everything as far as the tests go on mode 3 because all my other mileage comparisons and bitches have been on level 3. If you got any comments, if you got any questions, if there's any ideas you have to compare the two or see the things, let me know. All right, man. Thanks for hanging out. Links in the description if you want any of this same stuff. I'm out of here.